Today is Tuesday, June 9th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today out of the Big Book, we are on Chapter 10, To Employers, page 144. At the 12 and 12, we're on Tradition 8. We'll read page 167. And of course, we'll read the 24 hours a day and daily reflection. So with that, hope y'all are doing well this morning, my friends. I hear the birds chirping this morning. It's going to be a beautiful day. And I woke up sober today. What a blessing that is, right? And also, it was so nice yesterday. Been getting caught up on my man soaps. I've had a couple days off, and I've been watching wrestling again. And I love that stuff. And my son, he's really into it, so it's a kind of a way we can bond. It's been great. And I remember everything that happened. It's not like the old days when I was drinking. And lastly, I heard this quote today, and it's so powerful. It's from the famous American poet Ralph Waldo Emerson. It kind of hits the acceptance and one day at a time mantra, right? It says here, some people see the glass half empty. Some people see the glass half full. On my days of struggle, I just try to be thankful that I still have a cup. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. So with that, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. Out of the Big Book, we're on Chapter 10, To Employers, page 144. We suggest that you draw the book to the attention of the doctor who is to attend your patient during treatment. If the book is read the moment the patient is able, while acutely depressed, realization of his condition may come to him. We hope the doctor will tell the patient the truth about his condition, whatever that happens to be. When the man is presented with this volume, it is best that no one tell him that he must abide by his suggestions. The man must decide for himself. You are betting, of course, that your changed attitude plus the contents of this book will turn the trick. In some cases it will, and in others it may not. But we think that if you persevere, the percentage of success will gratify you. As our work spreads and our numbers increase, we hope that your employees may be put in personal contact with some of us. Meanwhile, we are sure that a great deal can be accomplished by the use of the book alone. On your employee's return, talk with him. Ask him if he thinks that he has the answer. If he feels free to discuss his problems with you, if he knows that you understand and will not be upset by anything he wishes to say, he will probably be off to a fast start. Out of the 12 and 12, we're on Tradition 8. Alcoholics Anonymous should remain forever non-professional, but our service centers may employ special workers. And if you recall from yesterday's reading, we've been talking about how there was a lot of criticism for anybody who was even closely related to AA in some way to be making money out of some of the work that they're doing. So we'll see what else happens next on page 167. At last, however, a plain line of cleavage could be seen between professionalism and non-professionalism. When we had agreed that the 12th step couldn't be sold for money, we had been wise. But when we had declared that our fellowship couldn't hire service workers, nor could any AA member carry our knowledge in other fields, we were taking the counsel of fear. Fear which today has been largely dispelled in the light of experience. Take the case of a club janitor and a cook. If a club is going to function, it has to be habitable and hospitable. We tried volunteers, who were quickly disenchanted with sweeping floors and brewing coffee 7 days a week. They just didn't show up. Even more important, an empty club couldn't answer its telephone. But it was an open invitation to a drunk on a binge who possessed a spare key. So somebody had to look after the place full time. If we hired an alcoholic, he'd receive only what he'd have to pay a non-alcoholic for the same job. The job was not to do 12th step work. It was to make 12-step work possible. It was a service proposition, pure and simple. "24 hours a day, June 9th. AA thought for the day. We finally came to the bottom. We did not have to be financially broke, although many of us were. But we were spiritually bankrupt. We had a soul sickness, a revulsion against ourselves and against our way of living. Life had become impossible for us. We had to end it all or do something about it. Am I glad I did something about it?" Meditation for the day. Faith is not seeing, but believing. I am in a box of space and time, and cannot see spacelessness or eternity. But God is not within the shell of time and space. He is timeless and spaceless. He cannot be fully comprehended by our finite minds. But we must try to make a union between our purposes and the purposes of God. By trying to merge our minds with the mind of God, a oneness of purpose results. This oneness of purpose puts us in harmony with God and others. Evil comes from being in disharmony with God, and good comes from being in harmony with Him. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may be in harmony with God. I pray that I may get into the stream of goodness in the universe. Daily Reflection, June 9th. Living in the now. First, we try living in the now just in order to stay sober. And it works. Once the idea has become part of our thinking, we find that living life in 24-hour segments is an effective and satisfying way to handle many other matters as well. Living Sober, page 7. One day at a time. To a newcomer, this and other one-liners of AA may seem ridiculous. The passwords of the AA fellowship can become lifelines in moments of stress. Each day can be like a rose unfurling according to the plan of a power greater than myself. My program should be planted in the right location, just as it will need to be groomed, nourished, and protected from disease. My planning will require patience, and my realizing that some flowers will be more perfect than others. Each stage of the petals unfolding can bring wonder and delight if I do not interfere or let my expectations override my acceptance. And this brings serenity. All right, my friends, that concludes today's reading and some beautiful stuff. I love that the 12 and 12 makes it clear that, getting paid for 12-step work is not ethical. However, getting paid to help make 12-step work possible is. That's the practicality that I love about the traditions, mainly based from experience, right? Years of experience trying to organize these groups. That, hey, here are some things that we have learned to be true from experience, right? I just love the practicality of the 12 and 12. And I love the practicality of today's daily reflection, living in the now. I love this. Each day can be like a rose unfurling according to the plan of a power greater than myself. Looking at each day as a rose, it reminds me of something that very subconsciously and unintentionally I've stopped doing. But my family and I, at the end of the day, we would all pray together. And we would all get on our knees together and we would thank God for the rose of the day, whatever that was, one thing that stood out to us, that was unique to today. I got some homework to do. I got to bring that back because it forces me to look at each day as a brand new adventure. When I look for the good, I'll find it. Just like if I look for the bad, the negatives, I'll find those too. It's just a matter of what am I willing to focus on. And the beautiful thing is I learned from the program that I can thank God for the negatives too. Because it's usually in the negatives and the failures that I'm growing, which is crazy to think about. Speaking of the rose, the good days are like those sunshine days, right? Where everything's going well. The character building days are those rainy days. But a rainy day is not a bad day. Sometimes we need the rain in order to grow. Great stuff. I'm so thankful for this reading today. My planning will require patience. So for me, working the steps every day and accepting that some of my defects are going to take a little bit longer, but trusting that my higher power will eventually take care of them. If I just go the process and trust and work at it and be patient about it, realizing that some flowers will be more perfect than others. Each stage of the petals unfolding can bring wonder and delight. Each stage of my life can bring wonder and delight. Honestly, I'm happier now as a middle-aged 40-year-old adult than I was when I was 30. This new stage, the stage in sobriety, is so much better than the life I was living before. And really, drinking was just the surface level stuff. The program for me has, well, going back to the metaphor of the rose, the program is like dealing with the roots. The roots of what's really going on in my heart and soul. And it's all practical. The steps are so practical in forcing me to get down to what's really going on in my heart. But I love this. Each stage of the petals unfolding can bring wonder and delight if I do not interfere or let my expectations, that's a big one, expectations, override my acceptance. My acceptance should override my expectations. Whatever will be, will be. There are some things I can control today, and I will gladly try. And there's some things I cannot. I can't control everything that happened in the past, but I certainly can learn from it. I can't control the future, but I can certainly do the best I can today. And then the follow-up line, if I do not interfere with or let my expectations override my acceptance, this brings serenity. Man, good stuff, serenity. Didn't even know what that word meant, honestly, until sobriety. Serenity, at least for me, is like this moment right now. I'm listening to the birds chirping in the garage. Listen to my cat rustling back there and all my stuff. I'm looking at a cross that a dear friend of mine gave me in the program. There's a carving of a hand from the top of the cross reaching down to a man who's clinging to that hand as he's reaching down with his other hand to a man who's drowning in quicksand. And the implication of that whole meaning, plus how highly I think of the man who gave me that gift, just warms my heart, renews my faith, and just gives me, I got goosebumps right now. Literally, I'm looking at my arm. I've got goosebumps. Thinking about my primary purpose. Thinking about how grateful I am just to be alive and sober today. But my friends, that's all we have time for. I hope you know that if you're sober today, you're a miracle. And those who love you are very proud of you. And you have a unique superpower to help the next suffering alcoholic. And I hope you know that if you're not sober today and you're somehow hearing this, that you're a miracle as well. And you have great worth. And your best chapters are yet to be written. So I just pray that today you get the help that you need. And you don't have to do it alone. People are dying to help you. And there are so many resources out there. I just pray that today you'd have the honesty and open-mindedness and willingness to do something different. And real quick, a dear friend of the podcast, his name is Nathan. I don't know why I said Chris yesterday. I apologize, Nathan. Has called in. So our second voicemail. I love hearing from you all. I don't know. It just makes this feel real to me. So when I hear from people all around the world, it means so much. And it's so exciting. I don't know. To know that my higher power is working, that the people from the UK and from Ireland and the Netherlands, they reach out and say, hi, it's crazy. So my dear friend Nathan here is celebrating 5 years of sobriety. Actually, by the time you're hearing this, it's 5 years and probably a week or so. So dude, congratulations. That's incredible. And thank you so much for your service. I know it sounds like he's got some people he's working with and doing service work. And man, it bolsters my faith when I hear from people like this. So I'll go ahead and play his voicemail to close out the show. Thank you again, Nathan. That meant the world to me to hear from you. And I hope that I'll hear from you again somehow in your journey. If you ever want to share your experience, strength, and hope, you know what to do. But thank you again for everything you're doing and everything you'll do in the future. Wish you the best, my friend. And again, congratulations on 5 years. That is a miracle. What a blessing. But my friends, if we're given another set of 24 hours, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.
Hey, good morning, Rob. This is Nathan here from Dallas. Just finished listening to the podcast episode this morning, and been thinking about calling and leaving a quick message. And so thought today was the day. Today actually is 5 years for me, June 1st, 2021. So celebrating 5 years, and thanks for your podcast. Thanks for your service to our fellowship. I truly benefit from it. It's become a part of my daily routine in the mornings. My days are different when I don't listen to these readings, and I very much appreciate your continued service to us and the way you're reaching people way beyond your circle is just incredible. So thank you for what you're doing there. And on my way to do some service work myself this morning and grab some guys from a recovery center and take them to church. And I appreciate you, man, and hope you have a great day. Thanks again. Bye.